I call this meeting to order. The Board of Chosen Freeholders, County of Sussex, regular meeting held on Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. May we have a roll call, please?
Freeholder Pratt.
Here.
Freeholder Graham.
Here.
Freeholder Patillo. Here. Freeholder Rose.
Present.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. I have a moment of silence and salute to the flag led by Freeholder Patillo.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 PL 1975, adequate notice as defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231 PL 1975 has been made by regular mail. Such notice being submitted on November 13, 2017 from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located at 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey, to the following: New Jersey Herald, WSUS Radio, WNNJ Radio, New Jersey Sunday Herald, and the Star Ledger. It is also posted on the bulletin board maintained in the Administrative Center for Public Announcements and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. Can I have a motion for the approval of the agenda, please?
Motion.
A motion by Freeholder Graham, and a second by Freeholder Patillo. Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried. Proclamations, we have two. Proclamation recognizing Dylan Arthur Roche earning the rank of Eagle Scout. Freeholder Rose will be handling that proclamation at his Eagle Scout function. And we have a second proclamation for in recognition of November 2017 as National Hospice and Palliative Care Month. And we have with us from the Hospice Center, I guess. I'm being motioned to come over here by the flag man. How are you, my dear?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good, Bruno. How are you? Good to see you too.
Are you coming up with us?
No.
Why
I
not?
like to fly under the
Bashful?
radar. I like to fly under the radar.
You should be here.
You should be here. Come on.
Come on,
No,
John.
I'm good. I'm good. Seriously.
Come on, don't embarrass Mom.
Yes, she is.
I'm on America's Most Wanted. I can't be seen.
John, do what you're told. Get up here.
All right.
Start now.
That's right. Yeah, why should you start now? And he's going to separate himself from you by putting me in the middle. Whereas 2017 marks the 50th anniversary of St. Christopher's Hospice in London, widely recognized as the first modern-day hospice organization, and the 35th anniversary of the Medicare hospice benefit in the United States. And whereas hospice and palliative care offer those they serve the high quality of care delivered by an interdisciplinary team of skilled professionals and trained volunteers that include physicians, nurses, social workers, therapists, counselors, health aides, spiritual care providers, and more. And whereas the hospice and palliative care philosophy places the needs of the individual at the center of care, allowing patients and family caregivers to focus on quality of life, surrounded and supported by family and loved ones despite serious and life-limiting illness. And whereas every year more than 1.5 million Americans living with a life-limiting illness and their families receive care from the nation's hospice programs in communities throughout the United States, yet more than 40% of Medicare beneficiaries receive care for 14 days or less, considered too short a time to fully benefit from the range of services that hospice offers. And whereas each year hospice saves Medicare more than $2 billion by providing solutions for physicians, care to patients, and comfort to families. And whereas a growing body of peer-reviewed research indicates that timely access to hospice and palliative care can decrease hospitalizations and emergency room visits and decrease quality of life for patients and family caregivers. And whereas hospice and palliative care organizations are advocates and educators about advanced care planning, that help individuals make decisions about the health care that they would want to receive should they have serious or life-limiting illnesses, or if they were unable to speak for themselves. And whereas hospice and palliative care providers encourage all people to learn more about options of care and to share their wishes with family, loved ones, and their healthcare professionals. Now therefore be it resolved that the Sussex County Freeholders do hereby proclaim November 2017 as National Hospice and Palliative Care Month and encourage citizens to increase their understanding and awareness of care at the end of life and to observe this month with appropriate activities and programs. By order of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, Carl F. Lazaro, Director, Jonathan Rose, Deputy Director, Philip Crabb, Freeholder, George Graham, Freeholder, and Sylvia Patillo, Freeholder. Hospice is close to my heart because it's in Freedom, and I watched it go up from a hole in the ground to a beautiful building, and I visited many people in there who have spent their last days in quiet solitude in a beautiful setting with great care. We thank you very much for the service that you provide, and you too. You're so humble and quiet. And see, he does the work out there, raising the money so that this thing can continue. They're a wonderful organization. Congratulate you.
Thank you.
This young lady on your 29th birthday.
No, that's all right. On my 90th birthday.
90th birthday.
Okay. But I do want to thank the Freeholders. We've been practicing the hospice for 37 years, going into almost 38 years, right here in New Jersey, where we started. Of course, we've extended our hospice to different areas, and then 3 years ago, we established the Home for Hospice, which is a beautiful, beautiful home. It is not like a hospital, it is not like a nursing home, it is like a home, and it is their home. You should all come and visit it. And of course, it's in beautiful Freedom, but we're very proud. I am very proud of what the nurses, the aides, the staff have accomplished in the past 37 years. It's wonderful to hear different remarks. I've never heard a negative remark. I can be in ShopRite, I can be in Walmart, wherever, and people will come up to me and thank me. And that is my reward, just to be thankful, to be thanked not for the care that I give, but the excellent care that our staff gives. I thank you very much for recognizing hospice, and please remember to support the Karen Ann Quinlan Hospice, because you do have a choice. And thank you very much.
Since you brought me up, if I could just say one thing. The Home for Hospice is beautiful. It's a forgotten fact that 95% of hospice care still takes place in people's homes, in your homes, in the homes of your loved ones. And the other thing is, Medicare regulations state that you have the right to choose your hospice. There are for-profit national chain hospice competitors. And if one of them is referred, you have the absolute right to ask for and even demand the Karen Ann Quinlan Hospice. And I would strongly recommend that. Thank you.
Will you please face the camera? Thank you. One more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. She's doing okay.
Happy Thanksgiving. That was yours? Yes.
I just want to thank all of you. Really, I'm sorry, but I had my back at this.
Can I have a motion to approve?
Thank you so much for the
I'm sorry.
proclamation and for recognizing the Karen Ann Quinlan Hospice. Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the proclamations?
Motion.
Motion by Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Rose. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Public hearings, final adoption, capital ordinance. At our regular meeting held on November 8, 2017, we introduced the first reading following capital ordinance, which was advertised in the New Jersey Herald issue of November 10, 2017, together with a notice of public hearing stating it will be held at this meeting 7 p.m. Ordinance, read the capital ordinance providing for the rehabilitation of County Bridge C-18 in Byram Township carrying Roseville Road over Wolf Lake Inlet by, in, and for the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $470,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation fiscal year 2017 Local Bridges Future Needs LBFN program grant to pay for the cost thereof. I have a motion that the public hearing be opened.
Motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Rose. Is anyone present to be heard regarding this capital ordinance? Hearing none, my motion to close public hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Patillo, motion by Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion? Call the roll.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo. Yes. Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Motion that this capital ordinance be finally adopted.
Motion.
We have a motion by Freeholder Graham, a second by Freeholder Rose. Is there a discussion? Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo. Yes. Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Motion to authorize the clerk to advertise the capital ordinance is finally adopted and also post the same on the bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion Freeholder Graham, is there a second? Second Freeholder Patillo, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Final adoption of the capital ordinance at the regular meeting held on November 8, 2017. We introduced a first reading, follow capital ordinance, which was advertised in the New Jersey Herald, November 10, 2017, together with a notice of public hearing stating it will be held at this meeting at 7 p.m. The capital ordinance providing for reconstruction and realignment of County Bridge X09 in Wantage Township, carrying County Route 565 over Papacaty Creek, by, in, and for the County of Sussex, State of New Jersey, and appropriating $1 million from the New Jersey Department of Transportation fiscal year 2017 Local Bridges Future Needs LBFN program grant to pay for the cost thereof. I have a motion that the public hearing be opened.
Motion.
A motion by Freeholder Graham, is there a second?
Second.
A second by Freeholder Patillo. Is there discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Anyone present to be heard regarding the capital ordinance?
Motion closed.
Seeing none, I have a motion to close by Freeholder Graham. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Patillo. Is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call, I'm sorry.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo. Yes. Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. I have a motion that this capital ordinance be finally adopted.
Motion.
Motion by Freeholder Graham. Is there a second? Second Freeholder Patillo. Is there discussion? All in favor? I'm sorry, call the roll.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo. Yes. Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Motion to authorize the clerk to advertise this capital ordinance is finally adopted. Also post the same on a bulletin board in the lobby of the County Administrative Center. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Freeholder Patillo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. May I have a motion to open the public session from the floor?
Motion to open.
Motion to open by Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Patillo. Please note everyone is asked to keep their comments to 5 minutes or less and address the issues regarding the agenda items. Please state your name, spell your last name, and state your municipal residency. Do you have any comment from the floor? Come on, Dave.
Motion to close.
A motion to close by Freeholder Graham. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Rose. Is there discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Freeholder comments. Freeholder Graham, or Freeholder Crab, I'm sorry. Sorry to end here.
Thank you, Director. I had the privilege to attend with Freeholder Lazaro and Freeholder Graham firefighter graduation. at the county college on Saturday night. Again, it was something that you're reminded how important that the volunteers are to this county, as this county is made up of 100% volunteer responders. One thing clear is that the money that this board has always invested in that fire academy, the public safety training facility there. I would argue it's one of the few areas of our budget that we get a many-fold return on. We've always kept, I think we've been steady at $300,000 for at least 10 years now. And we even sustained that contribution to that academy even in years that were very difficult here when we were laying off people. But again, I would argue even going forward that it's probably one of the few parts of our budget that we have a tangible, probably 30 to 40 times return on it, and would encourage future boards to continue to participate in the investment in our volunteer responders. And I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We're going to have ham at my house because the turkey's going to Trenton. But thank you.
Give it your way. Freeholder Patillo?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to take this moment to recognize David Danzis on the press award that he received at the League of Municipalities. And I just want to say that David started in the PAC-ON. And he was wonderful. From the moment that he came as a reporter, he made sure he had all the information, and he wrote a very clear, concise, and truthful story, whether, you know, some people might agree, you know, or what. It was a truthful story. And always appreciated David. You just were a delight. You actually quoted people properly, and you always did a great job. You always went over and beyond, and we're so interested in everything that we were doing. And it's wonderful to have you up here in the county, and it was an award that was well deserved, and I want to thank you. I also would like to just mention that that on December 8th, the Sussex County Community College and the Division of Senior Services will be celebrating the 2nd anniversary of its partnership with an open house gathering. That's Friday, December 8th, and the public is invited. So please join the celebration at the Senior Life Center at the college from noon to 3 p.m. in the atrium at the Performing Arts Center. And there's a light lunch that will be served as well. And 'tis the season now. We're moving into Thanksgiving and soon into the holiday season. And I just want to ask people to really take time this Thanksgiving to reflect on all the blessings that we have in this country. You know, we look around at the different hurricanes and earthquakes and other tragedies, shootings that are happening around, and we in our own lives have so much to be grateful for, and especially living in a place like Sussex County. I mean, every day I get up and I just love where I live. I love the people that are here. I love our culture that is here, and sometimes you don't really understand or give thanks for the things that you have every day in front of you. And sometimes I reflect after I look at all the things that have happened this year at what's going on in different places, and I'm just so grateful that I live in such a wonderful place. And I just hope that everybody else reflects and takes the time to thank God and thank your family and friends for all that you have and the blessings that have been bestowed on all of us. So thank you, and I hope you all enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Morning, everybody. I'm going to start off with a first part of the month. I was a little slow in what I could do or what I couldn't do, and so I kind of picked up the pace a little bit the second part of the month. A lot of the things that I was involved in or attended had to do with Health and Human Services, but they also have a halo effect onto other departments. We had a great meeting on Friday, November 16th. Friday, November 16th. It had to do with a Juvenile Justice Forum, and it was put on by the Department of Health and Human Services. Had to do with a Right Path grant that was received. The Sussex County Division of Community and Youth Services hosted a school-to-prison pipeline presentation at the Lafayette House on the 16th of November. It was attended by quite a few chiefs of police, other officers that were sent by the chiefs of police, state police, and our prosecutor. And the main focus of it was a speaker actually from Clayton County, Georgia, Honorable Stephen Teskey, a judge down there, who has been very active in trying to find alternative ways of dealing with youth infractions and how to deal with them, not having them overextended to lead into their adult lives. He explained when all partners of the community collaborate, students excel in school, remain out of the justice system, and have greater access to local support services. The division also introduced the Right Path program during this event. This is something that's going to be an ongoing, and there should be second. I would like that in the future, Carol, if it's possible, that we make these type of events public. I think the Herald was really, it was somehow or other you weren't involved. It was something that really should have been noted. It was an event that had no reason to. I think it was just the way it was publicized. But I think that as we go forward in it, I think the community needs to know that there are alternative methods. And I was very, very happy with what was done there. We also had a meeting with the transit system. And I was very honored to be able to meet with the ladies now that run the transit system. We have within our budget Skylands Ride. Skylands Ride provides a loop system where we actually go around the county and pick people up and drop them off, and also a point-to-point system. This is very important. Those that are falling through that area where they just don't have enough money to have a car, or those people who rely on trying to get back on their feet don't have a car, they rely on this system to keep things going. This is an economic engine. In 2018, this is all Carol's idea. In 2018, we are going to high profile what we're doing here. We're going to be looking to try and provide better bus stops throughout the community. I intend to go from town to town to try and find locations where we can have better signage and make sure that our transit system operates so that people can understand it better. It's a lifeline. It's not just a lifeline to seniors who need this to go to doctors and go to grocery shopping and such, but also younger people. It loops into the college. I go up to the college a lot of times to see people getting off, going to their classes, then getting back on. I grew up in the city, so buses were a way of life. Sussex County does not have that. Now, another thing that Carol has been very, very strong in is trying to grab grants. I say grab because it's a feeding frenzy to try and get the grants in other areas also. We're going to put more emphasis next year on trying to provide a more grant-oriented infrastructure coming from New Jersey Transit. So that's on the public record now, so New Jersey Transit is coming out looking for you. Services, health. I want to talk about Stuff the Bus. The other day, I was down there on November the 17th in the morning. It was a cold morning. I want to take my hat off to Steve Andrews. Poor Steve Andrews was frozen beyond frozen belief. There was frozen turkeys, and then there was Steve Andrews. God bless him, because it was cold, it was windy, but it didn't stop him from pulling people in there. And these are the numbers. And I heard these numbers on the radio this morning, so they're getting out there. This year, Stuff the Bus collected over 35,378 pounds of food, over $6,900 in monetary donations. And I understand for every $1 in monetary donations, we can provide 5 pounds of food. That's what Steve Andrews said, anyway, this morning. Since the first Stuff the Bus in 2008, over 244,578 pounds of food and over $53,400 has been raised to help residents in need. All local. And I want to absolutely thank the people, the volunteers who come out after the bus is stuffed, who down at our pantry, Rita Oraho, Lisa Parrott, and give me the third name, please.
Ellie Dangerfield.
Ellie Dangerfield, who who organize and facilitate taking all this food, bringing it in, separating it, putting it into bags so that it can be delivered to those people who are in need. Our need in the pantry is not just a holiday need. It's not just a Christmas drive, it's not just a November drive. This is a year-round operation. And I have been down there, not nearly enough, but I've been down there and I've watched people in August sweating and in December freezing, but it doesn't stop them from coming out. And I think that those people should be recognized for what they do. I've been saying over and over again that we have open enrollment for Part D on prescription drug plans. Very, very important. If anybody's watching this that is involved in it, the prescription open period for Part D runs to December the 7th. Sussex County has a great deal of volunteers who are helping people facilitate the right answers, which is best for them. Last year we had a number of challenges in our health department, and they had to do more with communication than they did with execution. I did not hear complaints about how we got things done. What I did hear was that we didn't know what people were doing. So, Director, is he full director? Acting Director McDonald instituted at the beginning of the year a monthly conference call for all municipalities. The calls go out every single month. Wednesday, December the 6th at 10 a.m. is the next one, and all the towns call in. Sometimes we get as many as 7 or 8, sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less, but it's always available. That does not take us away from actually visiting the communities, but it allows an open forum for the towns to discuss what has to be done. Public health nursing is also providing hepatitis B vaccines for the employees of the Sheriff's Department. This is very important. Our public health system is not just for the public. We make sure that our employees are taken care of. And the Sheriff's Department is always in jeopardy for a lot of different things. So our public health nurses go in there and take care of them. Let's see now. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going here. Communicable diseases. We have 41 reported diseases diagnosed in Sussex County. That's what our health department is there for, and that's what we do. Public Safety Academy. I was very fortunate. I was the token civilian in the room for the graduation ceremony the other night. Phil and Carl, both firefighters. I'm the guy that stands on the sideline and say, wow, look at that. But I was very honored to be able to be there. We have a commitment to the Public Safety Academy, and over the last few years, we have consistently been providing a certain amount of money. There needs to be a bump in that amount of money. There are things that we do that take care of just certain people, whether it be for communicable diseases or whatever. Certain people are taking care of that. The Public Safety Academy services every single community, whether you be in Vernon or you be in Green. Our firefighters, our EMTs, our police, the range, are taken care of through this. It's important that we look at this as an all-in facility, and we have to provide more money this year. I've asked in past years for some, and it's been marginal if we were able to get any. But we do have a commitment with capital, and now we're going to have a commitment with, I hope, a little bit more operating money. I think that's it. Thank you.
Deputy Director Fielder Rose.
Nothing, Mr. Director. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, including members of the public.
I also was privileged to go to the Fire Academy graduation, and I'm not going to add any more to what's already been said. The Fire Academy is an integral part of the entire Sussex County community, and is deserving of our support. Also, congratulations to Mr. Dancis on your award. He's so humble he didn't tell anybody. I found it on Facebook. I was down at League of Municipalities. It was a very interesting meeting. I attended a couple of sessions about upcoming government, and I can't say that much of it was received with great warmth and affection. The incoming governor announced that he was going to be having a grand time legalizing marijuana, so I suppose assume everybody in Trenton will be stoned, which may be something will get done right. We're going to get more taxes, and They're gonna raise the minimum wage. Well, personally, I don't see any of those things doing any good for New Jersey. But that's where we're headed, and good luck, God bless. The economy is doing great now, so now everybody's gonna spend like drunken sailors. I don't know where that's gonna go and how that's gonna get us anyplace. But while we're fighting a drug epidemic on one end, to legalize marijuana with the hopes that it's gonna raise revenue to solve all the other problems in the state of New Jersey, I guarantee you that that money will be spent on a marijuana organization or commission or whatever they call it, and a bunch of administrators will drain the dollars that are received out of that. They will do nothing to stop the black market and the substance, whatever you want to call it. So I can't report back that we've got looking forward to a wonderful 4 years under the new governor, who also intends to raise the taxes as much as needed, was the word I heard, which I thought was interesting. Minimum wage, well, speaks for itself. We're going to take hamburger flippers and raise them to $15 an hour in a blink from, what, $8.75, I think is where we're at now. That will certainly help small businesses fail quicker and easier. But somebody else much wiser than I thinks this is going to be a good solution. We've been doing a lot of work on the capital budget, which is coming to fruition. We have another meeting to go on that. A lot of time was spent on the county infrastructure, which we're gradually getting back under control. We have a host of bridges that are in, for lack of a better word, horrendous condition. And one at a time we're picking away at building them up, and we're using some of this new transportation fund money to get onto that. So you'll be seeing more of that to come in the future. There's a concrete plan that our engineering department has put together, which shows exactly where we're going and what we're doing. And one after the other, you're going to see bridges repaired, replaced, rebuilt, as well as some 35 to 40 miles of repaving done throughout the county in the coming year. So there's a lot of work going on in that department there. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Anybody else have any comments? Okay, move on to approval of the consent agenda. Authorization for the Sussex County Board of Chosen Freeholders to approve submission of an application for the enhanced implementation of the New Jersey Comprehensive Cancer Control Plan through Coordinated Cancer and Chronic Disease Activities Project issued by the New Jersey Department of Health, Division of Family Health Services, Office of Cancer Control and Prevention, in the amount of $89,450 for the grant period of October 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018. These are grants that we, our health department has so ably acquired for control and detection of cancer. You're going to see a couple more of them come up as we go along. I certainly hope the public takes advantage of these screening services and the opportunity to get ahead of this disease. It's out there. Please take advantage of it. Resolution authorizing the County of Sussex from purchasing to make purchases directly from Bergen County Cooperative Pricing System, number CK04 Bergen, for calendar year 2017. This is a resolution to allow us to purchase from the Bergen County Cooperative, which gives us another break in pricing for bulk purchases, items that are been purchased through the cooperative already. Authorizing an amendment to an award contract with the state of New Jersey for victims of crime, VOCA Victims Assistance Project, administered by the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety, Division of Criminal Justice, Office of Victim Witness Advocacy, Program V85-15 for the period of July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018, in the amount of $203,363 is the state share and $77,309 in-kind match. This is a grant for victims of crime that the prosecutor's office has acquired to assist the victims. Resolution authorizing entry into professional service agreement with McConnell, Leonard and Campbell LLP for reimbursement of legal services provided in support of county council as a professional service pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-5 1AI in the amount not to exceed $26,150 with a contract term from the date of award until December 31st, 2017. Resolution E, awarding a contract to Applied Service Corporation through the competitive contracting process for consultative services of a licensed site remediation professional, LSRP, for various Sussex County environmental remediation projects for a 12-month period, November 21st, 2017, November 20th, 2018, in the approximate cost of $185,000. This is a resolution to provide dollars for several county environmental remediation projects. This has been an ongoing process for several years to monitor wells, contaminations. It's required by law and the DEP. This will take first year. We are monitoring this to see if we can bring this under control as best as possible. Resolution reapproving the participation with the state of New Jersey in the county prosecutor insurance fraud reimbursement program administered by the Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor in the amount of $125,922.69 for the period of January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018. As you can see, this is directly related to insurance fraud in homes, auto, various other insurance situations. If you had any idea the amount of money that fraud cost us in the state, this is a paltry sum of that, and that all reflects back on the premiums that we pay for all of our insurance needs. When you have people that are totally disabled carrying a bundle of shingles up on a roof off the books and collecting workman's comp, it's an interesting kind of thing to see. People filing claims for things that never cost. It all adds up after a while and we all pay for it. Authorizing the issuance of purchase orders in compliance with NJSA 19:44A-20.4 et sec for various services with accumulated value less than a bid threshold as stated below. And this is an authorization to make purchases under the required bid amount. Authorizing professional services agreement with William Hinks, Esquire of Hollander, Strelzik, Pasculi, Hinks, Wojcik, Gaquin, Vandenberg and Hans, LLC, for legal services as special counsel for the county records custodian pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-5 1AI for the term of November 21st, 2017 until November 20th, 2018 in an amount not to exceed $25,000. This is to provide professional services to replace the loss of our clerk, and when that gets taken care of, we will be able to terminate that. The Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex has reviewed the consent agenda consisting of various proposed resolutions, determined that adoption of the said resolutions is in and will further the public interest. Do I have a motion for the resolutions?
So,
Second.
I have a motion by Freeholder Patillo and a second by Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Freeholder Craft.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of November 8, 2017. Do I have a motion? Motion by Freeholder Graham. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Crab. Is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried.
Abstain.
One abstention. Executive session November 8, 2017. Approval of minutes, do I have a motion?
A motion those two.
Motion Freeholder Graham, second.
Second.
Second Freeholder Graham, is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Resolution to appoint Rachel M. Geraci as a member of the Sussex County Community College Board of Trustees. Said term to expire October 21st, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Freeholder Rose, motion by Freeholder Graham. Call the roll. Question, discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to say
Go ahead.
something. Rachel Grassi has served admirably on board. I always like to say that if everybody's in the room is thinking the same thing and somebody isn't thinking, Rachel is a person who speaks her mind. I think she's done well for the college, and I'm happy that she's staying for another term.
Anything else?
Freeholder Crab,
Yes.
Freeholder Graham,
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo,
Yes.
Freeholder Rose,
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Resolution releasing public a part of the minutes of certain documents presented to the Freeholder Board in connection with pending litigation at the executive session held on September 13, 2017. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion Freeholder Rose, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second Freeholder Graham, is there discussion?
Yeah, you guys know what my concerns are with this resolution. However, if we were to consider bundling in the portion of the executive session minutes that we just passed for November 8th that relate to this discussion, then I'd be able to support it.
There's really no way, I mean, we could do it the next meeting.
What,
I don't know what's in that.
You don't know what is something that we just approved?
No, that's not what I mean.
It's not part of the motion.
Yeah.
So,
well, no, he can make a motion to amend. Is there a,
Well, I'm asking if that's something that we could do.
can we just look it over very quickly?
Well, I'd rather see it put on an agenda for the next meeting and do it in a proper format. I mean, these things that come out seem to get other people upset. Let's just do it methodically.
It's just a section that relates to this discussion.
Yeah, remember there were some other topics discussed?
Yeah.
I really would rather just.
yes.
Do you want to just release the, just this?
Just that paragraph.
Yep. I would rather be done in the proper way, and if they want to put it out on the second one.
Mr. Williams, how do we word that to release just that,
Probably exactly as that, to release only the portion titled matters regarding litigation in the minutes.
do you see any problem with,
So you got too much personnel stuff in there.
I see nothing in there that would even come close to an Oprah exemption. There, I believe, are some in the minutes that are being voted on now, the primary minutes, but it's such a short paragraph, I almost wonder whether the motion would be to just read that paragraph into the record now.
Why would we do that? I would do that. I think that when we jump and push these things in the middle, Freeholder Crab made an objection to that last go around, and I agree with you. When you try and do things in a lurch, often you have to go back and do it again. We've done this in the past. So I have no problem in releasing.
I would support your proposal to release that. If we can get some language so where you could make a motion to amend.
Okay.
Straight reading to the minutes.
Read it into the regular minutes? I don't see any.
I don't think I have any problem with
Can't
that.
you just amend the resolution and
So just, so here, give a copy of the original resolution, we have to amend the actual resolution, not the title.
I've got
I
the
bring up my
resolution.
computer resolution here.
Wait, so
I'm not thrilled about doing this in the middle of a meeting. You know, if you wanted to do this, you should have done this beforehand. You had the opportunity to add this in.
We just approved the executive session minutes 2 minutes ago. I couldn't include something in that hadn't yet been.
You could have
approved
requested it to be
before.
added into the agenda.
You know what?
That's
If you don't want to do it, I have no problem doing
I have
it.
no problem with doing it, it's just
All right.
that we're now,
So we'll prepare a resolution for the next meeting.
So in this,
well, we can just add this paragraph into, well, I can't add it into this, well, yes, we can. Add it into the minutes.
why don't we just add, so, we have, can I see the copy of the minutes?
That's it.
Yeah, right.
This is the resolution
Right
of
here.
the minutes. So I think that, John, you have in front of you the resolution?
I do not have the resolution, I have the minutes.
Yeah, I'll copy.
I got copies too. Oh, thank you. Okay.
So, under the third or fourth whereas, we could say, whereas that portion of the minutes of the September 13th, 2017 and November 8th, 2017 executive session, etc. So we could amend there, and then we could say, and then now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex that the portion of the executive session minutes of September 13th, 2017 and the executive session of November 8th, 2017, that specifically pertains to the matter of Woodward versus County of Sussex.
I would just say titled matters regarding litigation. 'Cause then
Be specific as to the paragraph.
Yep, and that encompasses that paragraph.
Okay, so let me, if you, is it okay if I, so I'd like to make a motion to amend the resolution, the paragraph reading, whereas the portion of the minutes of September 13th, 2017 executive session, together with the documents presented to the Board of Chosen Freeholders pertaining to that matter, can now be released to the public, subject to such other redactions may be appropriate pursuant to the Open Public Records Act, NJSA 47:1A-1 et sec, OPRO. Shall instead read, whereas the portion of the minutes of the September 13th, 2017 executive session and November 8th, 2017 executive session, together with the documents presented to the Board of Chosen Freeholders pertaining to that matter, can now be released to the public, subject to such other redaction as may be appropriate pursuant to the Open Public Records Act, NJSA 47:1A-1 et sec, OPRO. And the paragraph that reads, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex that the portion of the executive session minutes of September 13th, 2017 that specifically pertains to the matter with Robert Woodruff v. versus the County of Sussex, Michael F. Strada et al., together with those documents pertaining to that same matter that were presented to the Board at that meeting, are hereby authorized to be released to the public in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, because the need for confidentiality due to an ongoing litigation matter no longer pertains, and shall instead read, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex that the portion of the executive session minutes of September 13, 2017 that specifically pertains to the matter of Robert Woodward versus the County of Sussex, Michael F. Strada et al. And the executive session minutes.
You should put the end in after the date.
Or are we going to do it by title?
Yeah, in other words, it should say after September 13th, 2017, we should say and September 8th, 2017,
Okay.
entitled matters regarding litigation
Okay.
in
So,
both locations.
Let me go back. So shall instead read, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex that the portion of the executive session minutes of September 13, 2017 and the executive session minutes of November 8, 2017 entitled Matters Regarding Litigation that specifically pertain to the matter Robert Woodruff versus County of Sussex, Michael F. Strada et al., together with those documents pertaining to that same matter that were presented to the board at that meeting, are hereby authorized to be released to the public in accordance with provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, because of the need for confidentiality due to an ongoing litigation matter no longer pertains and.
The only thing is, back where you amended paragraph 4, you added in after September 13, 2017, and November 8th, 2017, but I'm assuming that's also going to have entitled matters regarding litigation. You didn't say it before, but we'll put it in there also. So paragraph 4, we'll read that portion of the minutes of the September 13th, 2017, and November 8th, 2017, executive session minutes entitled matters regarding litigation.
Well, that's just a whereas.
Yeah, okay.
That I felt comfortable.
Yeah,
That's not
all right, we don't
action.
need it then. We don't need it then. I'll help you draft it. As long as it's in the therefore, you're right. That way you don't have a blanket release, particularly since there's matters regarding personnel that aren't resolved.
And so we need a second.
Motion.
Has a motion been made?
Yeah, motion on the amendment.
Motion to amend,
Second.
or you made it,
Okay.
Johnson.
So now we're going to be voting on the motion as amended.
No, to amend.
Okay. Motion to amend. We're going to be voting on the motion to amend. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Now we're voting on the motion as amended. Is there discussion? All those in favor, oh, we have to roll call vote, please.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes.
I'll help you with that.
Award of contract extension to maintenance for the fuel management system for the Office of Fleet Management for a 1-year period beginning October 12, 2017 to October 11, 2018 at no cost to the county. This is a part of the warranty for the fuel management system that was installed earlier this year. Awarding 1-year contract extension, December 1st, 2017, November 30th, 2018. To Proact at no cost to the County of Sussex through the competitive contracting process for the County Prescription Savings Program. This is for the prescription program, self-explanatory. Award of contract to Flint Trading, Inc. from January 1st, 2018 till December 31st, 2018. For the supply and delivery of pre-marked VisiGrip pavement markings manufactured by Ennis, Flint, or Equal. It's a contract for our road marking equipment. Award of contract for the purchase and installation of 2 new and unused dump bodies with hydraulic pumping control, spreaders, plow, and wing plows to Tony Sanchez Limited for the County of Sussex in the amount of $169,000. From date of contract award until delivery and acceptance. Obviously, this is for snow equipment. Do I have a motion, please?
Motion.
I have a motion on the resolutions. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Freeholder Crab. Is there discussion? Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Resolution read the payment of the bills.
Motion to pay the bills. Second.
Motion by Freeholder Crab, second by Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion? Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Abstain.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Resolution B, payment of the bills. Is there a motion?
Motion to pay the bills. Second.
Motion Freeholder Crab, second Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion? Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Crab.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. A resolution providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the 2017 budget of the Sussex County of the County of Sussex relating to the 2017/18 Stop Violence Against Women Act, VAWA. Letter of agreement for a total amount of $9,977 for a grant period of 5/16/17 through 5/15/18. Subaward number VAWA 48-15. A resolution regarding the transfer of 2017 current appropriations. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I'll second.
There's a motion by Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Rose. Is there discussion? Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Craft.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Personnel, anything?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is a personnel agenda for the Freeholder Board's consideration. The two items that were listed on the personnel agenda, item number 1 being request from the Division of Health, Office of Public Health Nursing, request to increase hours for a part-time position from 26 hours per week to 28 hours per week for program specialist, special child health services. The other item is to correct a clerical error for an action that was previously authorized by the Freeholder Board on September 13th, 2017 for the Office of the Sheriff. It's a Technical Support Specialist 1. It's a full-time 40-hour position. The correct salary range is Job Group 14 with a minimum salary of $55,083 up to a maximum of $93,340.
So we're just approving the salary range on
It's to correct, it was previously listed at a lower job group in error, and this corrects the correct job group.
It was actually listed in both places, correct?
That's
So now
correct.
we're just correcting it to the right. job.
Yeah, yes.
that. Do I have a motion?
Motion. I'll second.
Motion Freeholder Graham, second Freeholder Rose.
I think I have to do a
Discussion? What?
Sorry. Because I think I have to do a roll call.
Discussion?
Yes.
Call the roll, please.
Freeholder Craft.
Yes.
Freeholder Graham.
Yes.
Freeholder Patillo.
Yes.
Freeholder Rose.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Lazaro.
Yes. Administrative report?
Thank you, Mr. Director. I also had the opportunity to attend the New Jersey State League of Municipalities Conference in Atlantic City last week. I attended workshops concerning both the Open Public Records Act and the Open Public Meetings Act. In addition, I attended the New Jersey Municipal Management Association's meeting and awards luncheon, where I will take the opportunity to embarrass David Danzis once again, who was recognized with this press award, and also would like to recognize Sussex County's own Mayor Jim Skovich of Byram Township, who was recognized by the association as the Elected Official of the Year award. Also, too, as Freeholder Director has mentioned, we've begun the department capital budget meetings, having heard from the Sheriff's Office, Division of Information Technology, and the Department of Engineering yesterday. Meetings will continue through next week, which will cover facilities, the county college, VOTEC, and fleet. I will continue to keep the board informed as the draft 2018 budget is developed, and would just conclude with wishing everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
County Council?
I'll only report that I attended the League of Municipalities also, and was able to go to a number of seminars, one on bail reform, which was interesting. There was one on some of the legal aspects of economic development, particularly redevelopment zones, seminars on OPRA and OPMA, and also the municipal law update. And some of those, particularly OPRA and the municipal law update, there's always really good materials that are issued where it has summaries or squibs of the law, and as soon as I can get those, I had them on the computer, but I'm going to get them printed, I'll get them to the floor. And I know you all like to see the municipal law update at least. Excuse me, make sure those are passed on to you.
Sir? And any unfinished business? New business? Public session from the floor. Everyone's asked to keep their comments to 5 minutes or less. Please state your name, spell your last name, state your municipal residency. Do I have a motion? Open public session from the floor. Motion by Freeholder Graham. Is there a second? Second, Freeholder Rose. Is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Public session from the floor is open. Have at it.
Motion closed.
I'll second.
Lord. Motion by Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Rose. Close each public session from the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Board will be moving into executive session, a closed session, a resolution providing for executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12 et sec. Subject matter to be about discussed may be excluded from the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of Chosen Freeholders and as an exception to the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, and it appears necessary for the Board of Chosen Freeholders to discuss such matters in executive session. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the Board at this time entered executive session from which the public shall be excluded, and be it further resolved that the general nature of the subjects to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated below: matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and attorney-client privilege, and matters relating to the employment relationship. The deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon determination of the Sussex County Board of Chosen Freeholders or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. And be it further resolved that upon completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall reconvene and resume its meeting open to the public. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Freeholder Patillo, second by Freeholder Graham. Is there discussion?
Mr. Director, is there going to be any action contemplated
I
after?
have no idea.
We don't anticipate any
I
action.
don't anticipate any, but it doesn't exclude the possibility.
That's
But
sufficient.
I don't expect it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We adjourn into executive session. Session.
I'll make that. I'll second.
I have a motion by Freeholder Graham and a second by Deputy Freeholder Rose. Is there discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We're out of executive session into regular session. Is there any further business to be brought before this board? Other than there's a list of reminders, please take note of them. Have a happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there in the public, and to all of you here on the dais. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Please don't eat too much turkey. The tryptophan is not good for you. Day after Thanksgiving, we're closed too. Okay.
No, off the check.
There's a state meeting in the conference room on the 29th. So everybody come to the state meeting.
Mistake.
Any further business to come before the board?
Human Services, Transportation, State. No.
Have a motion for adjournment?
Motion adjourned.
I'll
Motion by
second.
Freeholder Graham, second by Freeholder Rose. Is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. And we have a wonderful time with families, friends, and whoever else you're having a time with.